How much more betrayal can I take? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. How much more betrayal can Paulie take? Well, he can certainly take a lot more, because he was offered the Cifaretto seat, the construction contract, alright? And he rejected it. He basically told Tony, no, I'm too old for this shit. I've survived cancer. I don't want to deal with all that comes with it. Basically talks about everybody that's ever got into that seat has died or, you know, ran away. Gigi, Ralph, who else? Bloody Carlo, Fito. I mean, all very different things have happened to him, for different reasons as well. You know, let's not forget here, folks. You know what I mean? He's a fag. That's why Fito was killed up in the club. But you know, should Paulie have accepted it? I think it just fuels the speculation about Paulie. You know what I mean? It's like, why didn't he accept it? Is it because he did make a deal with New York? You know, and did he betray Tony? Was it something along those lines? And therefore he thought it was pointless accepting something he knew. But you think he'd try and get in good with Tony, wouldn't you? You know, like, give him like a false sense of whatever if you knew if you're going to wipe him out. I like Paulie, right? Some really iconic lines, and here, don't get me wrong, that's the character, but you know, I look at the character and think he's very. But most characters in The Sopranos are very sleazy, in it for themselves. It's like, who in The Sopranos, right, truly actually cares about like the crew, like the camaraderie, the brotherhood, you know, all that stuff? Does any of me see Tony? Like, I mean, he lays it on a wee bit thick to Agent Harris. You know, he's spinning the whole narrative here. I need to protect my guys. I need to know where Phil Leotardo is. Give me a 20. But it's like, the more you think of it, is it really so he can protect his guys, or is it so he can have guys left after this blows over and they can continue making money for him? You know what I mean? It's always a tough one, but for me, Paulie should have absolutely accepted this, man. But the reality is, he wanted nothing to do with it. I mean, he was smart, as brain dead as he was. You know, he got played like a fiddle by Johnny Sack in the whole Carmine. Carmine always asks you. Carmine sends his love, buddy. You know. The memes of that are so fucking good. But unfortunate for Paulie. But it's like, I just look at the Paulie character by the end, and it's like why would, you know, it's like, it's hard to care about the guy. You know what I mean? I think there is decent points throughout this show where, like, you know, that you feel sympathetic towards him with his whole like family situation. You know, there's scenes where like they're talking about each other's families, and Paulie, and it's like, you could be like Paulie, miserable prick, no family. You know, and it's like, I mean, that's a wee bit harsh saying that, but there's one thing he said. He's like, this thing of ours, you know, families, wives, they don't go with it. And it's true. I mean, you look at everybody else, like, your wives, they can rat, they can make life harder for you. You know, bringing kids into the mix. It's like Jackie Aprile Jr., you know, like, look at all the stuff AJ got into. I mean, Meadow not so much, but yeah, it's crazy talk. But I can understand from a certain perspective about why Paulie didn't take the seat. I mean, he is old at that point. I mean, I don't know what age Paulie really was by season 6. I think in season 1 he was like 58 or something, so by season 6 he's probably like mid-60s, probably in late 60s. Do you want that responsibility? But then, you know, Phil Leotardo was 66. Carlo was a decent age as well, you know, well, at least looked it. I just don't really understand. And then again, Carlo, whatever happened there, whatever did happen to Carlo? I can't remember what Carlo's second name is. I mean, did Carlo rat? I guess that's a fid for another day. His son did get picked up in those. I see again though, his son get picked up in those charges, and he flipped to get his son reduced time. And again, if you're a lone man, but here, that is it though. It's like, see if AJ got in trouble, right, and was looking at like 25 to life, or like, you know, a decent charge like that. Would Tony flip to protect AJ? I mean, you might say no, but I mean, it's his son. And same with Sil for his kids. It's like, that's why Paulie's right in that regard. But yeah, I think that's a debate for another day. But should he have took the leadership? Yeah, I mean, he should have on paper. It would have made him money, but at the end of the day, Paulie's 66. Guy's got. I mean, he must have. I mean, he's a miserable bastard in terms of money, man. He's got his money. He's got it. Just didn't want the responsibility and the heat it would have came, when you get into beefs. It's like the whole reason, like New York's like, oh, who are we going to take out? 3 guys, Tony, Sil and Bobby's like, what about Paulie? He's like, he's moved down the pecking order. That's what Paulie kind of wanted.